Hi, welcome to SCW Steve Chats Wrestling right here on YouTube.com. Thank you for watching and choosing this channel and this particular video. Remember, you can subscribe to the channel right now. I'm on 39 subscribers, just one of that magic 40, and of course I'd love to hit 50 as well in the near future if possible as well. But thank you for all your support and thank you for everyone that's been watching and choosing this channel. Talking Money in the Bank, I'm going to give you the key points for you now from the pay-per-view on this particular video. There is a podcast in the description if you want a full half an hour review of it, but I'm not going to chew your ear off on this particular video. But if you would like that, then you can go into the description of this video right now and you can click on that, and it's via SoundCloud, and it's I think a good listen as well, so do check that out if you do want to hear a full review. But the big news, of course, is that Dean Ambrose wins the Money in the Bank ladder match. Very good match. It's a couple of botched moments in the match, but it was a very good match. There is potentially, with the way that Alberto Del Rio fell off the ladder at the end of the match, Alberto Del Rio may have picked up an injury. That is according to lordsofpain.net. We'll know more on Raw this evening, I'm sure, if Del Rio is there, but he was helped to the back by several officials, just to let you know. But some moments I loved in this ladder match was particularly the ladder being placed in the middle of the ring and two ladders put either side of this ladder, put into like one of the leg bits of it, and then connected to the turnbuckle corner as well. All six superstars standing on these ladders at the same time, fighting each other, reaching for the belt. It was a really magical moment watching that on TV. Very exciting indeed. But some real high spots. The Michinoku driver as well from Sami Zayn onto Kevin Owens was incredible onto the ladder, and not just the laying ladder. The ladder was sort of sideways laying up. It was very brutal on the back, and the way Kevin Owens looked, it just looked horrifying to watch. But fantastic spot, great moment in the match, and I'm sure if you saw it, you thoroughly enjoyed it as much as I did. Also, then looking then further into that match, we had Kevin Owens powerbombing Sami Zayn through a ladder. We had the dirty deeds done where Jericho's legs were hanging off the ladder by Dean Ambrose. This kind of led them for Kevin Owens and Dean Ambrose being the last two on the ladder. Dean Ambrose manages to get the better of Kevin Owens, who kind of falls off of the ladder onto one of the other ladders that was laying in that very well positioned, and then we saw Dean Ambrose pick up the briefcase and the Money in the Bank ladder match winner. So he has a year to cash it in. Was he going to wait? No, he wasn't. He was not going to wait. And I must admit, as we kind of went through the card, we saw a moment with him having an interview with Tom Phillips, and he said that he was not a strategy kind of guy. He was going to just make sure that the briefcase was his and the law of the jungle. And he was also asked about Rollins and Reigns, which was very interesting. That's what I think was a little hint and a giveaway that he was going to be involved at the end of the night. We saw then the World Heavyweight Championship match between Roman Reigns and Seth Rollins, which a great match and a great finish to this match, by the way. I'd just like to point that out right now. A great finish to this match. The way that Roman Reigns went to try and spear Seth Rollins through the guardrail, missed and went through the guardrail. Normally the guardrail breaks down, it's meant to look more brutal. The fact that it didn't break properly, it looked more brutal. It looked like, oh, he's took a bump there, and it looked like when the doctor came out as well. And the way he was selling it, I think Reigns deserves some props for his selling there, because it looked like he could have actually legitimately been hurt. But he carried on the match, and we saw a spear, and we thought, oh, it's going to be Reigns once again, getting the 1, 2, 3. No, then went for another spear. It was countered into a pedigree. He kicks out. What the hell, Roman Reigns? What is going to beat you? It took one more pedigree, and Seth Rollins actually beat Roman Reigns, new World Heavyweight Champion Seth Rollins. Was that going to last? No, it wasn't, and this is what I thought was genius, because this is fantasy booking at its best. I dismissed that this could happen purely because of the fact that WWE, fortunately, in recent years, does not give us what we want, and they drag everything out so long. They kind of make us think, right, okay, well, we've gone from one WrestleMania, probably have to wait till next year's WrestleMania to get to this same point again. They've dragged everything out for like the last 2, maybe 3, even 4, 5 years. Things have took a lot longer to get from A to B, even to C to D. We've had to wait a long time to get there, but in this, we got it all in one night. The Ambrose music hits, and the thing is, well, he'd not been too damaged, it seemed, in the ladder match, so it seemed like it could have been legitimate that he could actually cash in on the same night. Rollins looking to the entrance ramp, holding the belt, saying, no, I got this, you were not going to get the better of me. Of course, Ambrose comes up through the guardrail, comes behind into the ring. As Rollins turns around, he's hit with the briefcase. Dean Ambrose goes outside, hands the briefcase to a referee who's checking on Roman Reigns. I'm cashing in. Cashes in, the bell rings, dirty deeds, 1, 2, 3. Magical booking, absolutely sublime. I was really happy with this, and if that does not make you want to watch Monday Night Raw this evening, then personally, you're not a wrestling fan. That's just my saying it and calling it as I see it, because this is actually one of the things where WWE has done something right. Is it the biggest Money in the Bank of all time? No, it's not. Still at 2011 with CM Punk is still going to be the biggest ever. But if you're looking for a second place finish, this definitely takes it. For me as well, an actual match of the night from just start to finish, John Cena, AJ Styles, absolutely sublime match from start to finish. Countered everything very well. It had the feeling of a big match. It was treated like a big match, and as you were watching, it felt like a big match. The crowd were really into it as well. You know, you got the Cena chance, the Styles chance. The ref bump I thought was done very well. It really teased that Finn Balor was going to come in just as it was predicted. It didn't happen. We got the club instead. I think perhaps maybe some people might be disappointed. I'm very happy about that. I'm happy for this to drag out a bit further. Why? Sometimes we get from A to B, you need to make storylines progress better. But if it's progressing nicely where it doesn't have to be rushed, I'm willing for it to take its time, and that's what I thought was the beauty of this. We saw a Magic Killer, Styles put on top. Did Styles even know that the club got involved? We don't even know that, and we'll find that out perhaps this evening on Raw. Styles picking up the victory on John Cena. For the other sort of results, we see Apollo Crews defeat Sheamus. The New Day retain the Tag Team Championships in the Fatal 4-Way. There was a moment that maybe I noticed it. I don't know if maybe you may have noticed it or not, but it looked like Enzo and Kaz had got a free counter somewhere. I don't know if that was a botch from the referee, the way it was counting, or it wasn't interrupted quickly in time, but maybe we'll see where that could develop from there. We see as well on the card and Natalya potentially turning heel on Becky Lynch after they lost to Charlotte and Dana Brooke. We'll hopefully get some explanation from Natalya on Raw this evening. Rusev defeated Titus O'Neil, which was a better match than expected from me in the United States Championship match. I'm sure that that's not finished over with the way that the Rusev heat was used very well after the match. Actually saying to his children, look at your father in the ring on Father's Day. A very good moment indeed, if for some heel heat anyway. Really gives the Rusev character some much needed momentum, which he was seriously lacking for the last 12 months. So he seems to have been gaining some momentum since getting that US title belt and making it more credible once again. Looking to other matches, Baron Corbin, hopefully end of days on Dolph Ziggler. Really is the end of days of that feud. But a nice little moment as well when Dolph Ziggler slipped on the steps, still managed to catch Ziggler to hit the deep six on the floor. I think he deserves some props for that as well, because that could have been a seriously botched area of a big moment of the match, and it was saved really there by Corbin. So fair play to him on that. Going through all the matches in a very weird order, I'm not actually quite sure if I missed anything out, but I'll touch on the pre-show quickly. Lucha Dragons defeating the Dudley Boys, and Golden Truth beating a, shall we say, an overburnt Breezango. It's kind of what I look like on these videos after I've been sitting outside in the sunshine. They definitely burnt to an absolute cinder, and it's a fairly entertaining segment. I think if you were a youngster, you would have found that very entertaining. Personally, from an adult perspective, I think the creativity was very good. I think the execution could have been done slightly better, but looking at it, I'm very pleased with what I've seen across the board on this event. Give it an 8.5 out of 10, and that is my feeling on it. So yeah, that is the Money in the Bank results and review there for you. I want to give a little shout out to Lucha Underground while I'm here, because I'm not sure if it's going to be a big seller or hit, particularly at the moment, but personally for me, if you haven't had a chance to catch Lucha Underground, particularly last week's Lucha Underground was a 6 to survive, so 6 people in the ring, fighting all around the ring for a #1 contender at the Lucha Underground Championship. The match lasted the entire hour, 6 superstars, elimination. We have Pentagon Jr., we have Phoenix, amongst some others in the match as well. King Cuerno in the match, John Morrison, Tyra and Ivelisse. Fantastic. And we've got women in the match as well. It's an incredible six-person match, elimination to the finish. So if you get a chance, do check it out. For me, I would actually place that as good as any match that you would see right now in the wrestling business. So if you get a chance to check out Lucha Underground particularly, and just so I give you a chance to, you actually will want to go and check this out, I'm not going to tell you the result, just to do that for you. So but anyway, thank you very much for watching this video, and you remember you can subscribe to the channel right now. You'll be watching SCW right here on youtube.com.